So Imal, thanks a lot for coming today and then joining today with us with HUBtalk. So first of all, why don't you start by giving us an introduction to yourself and also your company as well?
Okay. First of all, thank you very much, Hirosha, for inviting me here today and to your beautiful office. And to introduce myself, I'm Imal Perera. I'm the founder CEO of Treinetic Private Limited. I'm a businessman, entrepreneur, and mostly a tech enthusiast. My company is into mainly mobile development and user experience design, as well as then to the SaaS application development. My company started in 2014, and it's a fully bootstrapped company, and it's we have served a large number of clients throughout these years, and we have provided great solutions for them, and some of these solutions are running in multiple countries and serving large number of users at the moment.
Right.
I think that's enough, right?
Right. So congratulations on achieving such great success in a short period of time, Imal. So essentially, Imal, like knowing you for quite a long time, and then your technological direction, and then your company as well. Now with this whole scenario that we are facing with this economic situation, with these power cuts, and then data issues that comes along with the power cuts, right? How has your company been affected in your view?
So before looking into that situation, Hirosha, I would like to provide my perspective of the current economic situation and what my thinking into that. So if you keep aside the years of corruption and the abusing that has happened with the economy, it's actually the 60% of the entire problem, but there is another set of variables that we need to look into. Now, if you look at the worker remittance has gone down significantly compared to the last years, in the previous months.
Right.
And the foreigners who are coming into Sri Lanka has gone down, and it's increasing, but comparatively to the last years in the sense that the 2018, it's very low. And the same time, the exports has been also, it's not generating good number of dollars. I'm not talking in terms of rupees, but in terms of dollars. Now, it's very clear for us that there is a dollar shortage, right? We all know that there's a huge dollar shortage. Now, the problem, if you look at the problem again, it's actually a chicken and egg problem. We don't have dollars. Why? People are not remitting money in. Again, if we don't have dollars, because the foreigners are not coming into Sri Lanka. We don't have dollars because the exports industry is not performing well, right? So if you look at again why they are not performing, why remittance are not coming in, because there is a dollar shortage. Why foreigners are not coming in, again why there is a dollar shortage. And exports are not performing, why? Because there is a dollar shortage. How that is related? Because when there is no dollars, right, what happens is that it comes to a demand and supply problem, right? You don't have dollars, because of that the people who wants dollars, for example, let's say the workers who want to send money will not send money, because they will think now the dollar is appreciating day by day. Because of that they don't want to send dollars in, right? And the foreigners are not coming in because there's no dollars, created catastrophic problems within the economy. Because of that, foreigners are not willing to come into Sri Lanka. Exports has gone down because there's electricity problems, logistic problems within the country, right? So, and if you look at the problem in a different angle, right, the dollars, now the dollar price is, now the dollar value is increasing day by day, is because these three parameters are not sending in dollars. They are not generating dollars. When they are not generating dollars, what happens is that within the country there is a high demand for dollars, right? When there is a high demand of dollars, since the financial institutions like the banks cannot provide the dollars, they will take another route, which is we call the black market, right? So what happens in the black market is that when these guys are requesting more dollars, there will be large number of bidding happens, right? For a single dollar, people are willing to pay 330, 340, 350 because they are highly in need of dollars. Because of that, this pushed the dollar exchange rate within the black market, and again it is putting another lot of pressure into the financial institutes, because people who are willing to send dollars through the financial institutes again thinking that, okay, if I send dollars through the bank, I will get this much. So if I send it through the black market, I will be getting this much. So because of that, what I feel is that the dollar price will continuously go up. That's my personal thinking. Even what happens, if the economy is not getting to equilibrium, what happens is that it will continuously go up. It might not be the actual dollar value, which means that you understand there is an export import difference, and that's the one who is actually defining the dollar value, right? But probably we are seeing a inflated price because of the economic situation. So that is my point of view, because of this, because the dollar price is increasing day by day, it is creating catastrophic pressure to the economic, as well as it is creating a lot of problems within the economy. So that's the current problem, the way I see it. Now, if you look at how it is affecting to the IT businesses, I see it in a positive manner as well as a negative manner as well. If you look at the positive manner, since I told you it is the way I understand, right, this is my perspective. The dollar is not actually correlate with the money printing. That's what I see. It's probably you are seeing a inflated value, which means when the economy get neutralized, in some point like everything gets stabilized, it might go a little bit down rather than the actual price. So let's say the actual price probably 300, but it's going above 300, and it will continue go 300, right? So one positive fact for the IT companies is that they are getting this benefit of dollar exchange. So it's a very positive thing for most of the IT companies, right? So they will get a lot of benefits through the dollar exchange. That is one of the biggest positive fact that I can see. Other than that, Hirosha, there are few negative things that I see. The first is that a lot of people are migrating. It's very clear. We will see in a lot of queues are there in the passport offices and even in the airport itself. A lot of people are migrating. What it creates is that these people are like very skilled people. They want to migrate because they are not getting the expected things within the Sri Lanka, and I feel like it's fully justifiable and it is fully right from their side. When they are leaving the country, what happens is that it creates a huge vacuum in the bottom side, which means the newcomers, also the newcomers as well as people who are having less experience, get hired very quickly from the big organizations. It creates a huge vacuum in the industry. Because of that, because there are a lot of IT companies in Sri Lanka, and I feel like there are no knowledge worker limit is going down, size is going down. Because of that, you get to hire people who are having less number of knowledge compared to the last years. What eventually going to happen is that as a whole, the IT industry, when the top quality people are moving out, they will start to continue run by the people who are having the average levels of technology capability. What happens is that we are now our capacity will drop, our performance will drop in front of the international, right? That's one negative fact that I see. The other thing is that the next thing is, Hirosha, because of this crisis situation, it creates a huge negative image about the Sri Lanka. So we understand that we are a good nation who is providing a lot of IT solutions and IT tech people to the country, to the world, solutions to the world, but it's creating a negative effect. At the same time, we are the least affected people, considering, we are kind of lucky. We are the least affected people compared to all the other professions, right? Because we were able to work from home with the laptop. But now the private crisis has come to a level where that now we cannot even work. Correct. There's a problem. Correct. So these are the problems that I see, Hirosha, at the moment, right?
So yes, that's quite understood, Imal. I understand a lot of people are talking from a very problem oriented mindset, and a lot of negativities they are whenever you go into social media and all, right? So, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know if I'm being too delusional, right? But at the same time, I would like to, like, you know, take an optimistic approach towards it, because, like, you know, say, if everyone's talking in the approach of like blaming the government or blaming the situation or blaming the economy, right? I don't think we are going to come out of it, right? At least, like, you know, we have to speak in the direction of, like, you know, a solution oriented direction, right? So, what sort of, like, you know, light at the end of the tunnel do you see? How do you see, if we are to, like, you know, see from a say solution oriented mindset, right? What sort of steps, so at least what sort of a mindset should we inculcate during this time? Because I'm sure we will come out of it, right? We have come out of, like, you know, much, like, you know, harder situations, right? So, but for us to get through this situation, right, what sort of a mindset and what sort of a solution oriented direction should we inculcate in your view, Viman?
So, Irosha, thank you for that question. First of all, being an entrepreneur is all about solving problems. It's simply that, right? You will always find problems, and if you cannot provide solutions by your own, you cannot call yourself an entrepreneur. And you cannot point someone else, and you cannot point fingers to someone else and say that my business failed because of this person. You cannot say like that. It's a fundamental problem that if you are doing that, you cannot be a entrepreneur. Entrepreneur's life
when
is,
there's no problems, like, you know, you feel like, what are you doing, sort of a thing as well,
yeah,
right?
I mean, it's like the entrepreneurs always get energized when there's a
From the
problem, right?
Correct, yeah.
Even though it's really hard to solve.
Yeah.
So the life of an entrepreneur is always like it's going up and it's going down. It's becoming worse situations, and sometimes it's very neutral and you get frustration, nothing is happening, right? So that is the life of an entrepreneur. So it's always like you need to find solutions, right? Even though these are some of the solutions that are, they are beyond our control, but still we need to always look at, okay, how can I fix this problem? Okay, how can I make sure that my team is protected, and how can I provide my service continuously, should be the mindset of an entrepreneur. It's really hard, but that's how the mindset of an entrepreneur should be. For example, I think, you know, I have seen you have brought a generator, you are trying to fix it by yourself, right? You are not blaming the government, you are trying to fix it by yourself. And from our side also, we have brought everyone the laptops and provided the UPS, and the other thing is that we told everybody is that, there are a lot of client meetings coming in. You cannot go and cry in front of a client saying that we don't have electricity, nothing is working, I cannot eat, there is no food. You cannot cry like that. So it's our responsibility to show to the clients that we are okay, we are doing great, doing good, we are doing great. So that even that they will feel like, okay, these guys, if they have a kind of a curiosity whether these guys can do the work, are they having problems, they will always like think, okay, these guys are not blaming, these guys are doing the work, they are coming to the meeting on time, somehow managing their work, but they don't know our perspective, but we are doing it from our maximum effort to show that nothing is happening. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. That's how everything can collapse, but the entrepreneur mindset should be able to start from the zero and again rebuild it again. If everything falls down, you will do something. You will do something to restart. Either you will take the entire company to another country and restart the operation there. That's how the mindset should be. Just to tell everybody, it's not the IT companies or anybody. If you are having a small business or a bigger business, or it doesn't matter, like it should always, you cannot simply say that it's someone else's fault. You will always try to find a solution. How can we do it? Basically, when there's power cuts and when we don't have the UPS, we simply shift our time to morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, right? So there's a less number of power cuts. So we were able to run 8 hours of uninterrupted work during that time. Probably 2 hours of a time that got disrupted.
It might have been even more productive as well, sometimes. Yeah.
Morning productive sometimes. So that's what I feel like being an entrepreneur is always problems.
One thing that happened was, like, we shifted to 6 in the morning, right? and like that is like when the backup power we couldn't set it up, right? But even now after that is set up, now people prefer to come at 6 in the morning, right? Because it's more productive in the morning and like and less like travel time in terms of traffic to like less burning of fuel and all these things.
So I'll add one thing to that, Rosha, right? So I'm actually a night person.
Right.
I used to work at night till morning. So
Right.
that's how my life schedule is like. So when I was like having the power cuts and when I'm deciding that we are starting 3 a.m., I was always really happy about it.
Right.
I was saying that, okay, starting 3 a.m. means that I'm pushing myself to wake up at 3 a.m., which is something that I'm not capable of doing, right? So I decided, okay, I'll sleep 10 a.m. p.m. in the morning and wake up at 3 a.m. in the p.m. in the night and wake up in the 3 a.m. in the morning. Then I felt, okay, waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning is really productive than working at night. So I was so happy about that. Rather than, I mean, all these, keeping all these problems apart, that simple thing made me really happy and increased my productivity. So that's the life of an entrepreneur, I think.
So great. Like I think that's a kind of mindset that we all should inculcate, not just the IT industry, but like, across all the industries, right? So thanks a lot for those points, Imal. So I hope everyone would be able to get some points out of this and then at least shift the mindset towards the solution oriented direction so that we would come out of it much stronger than ever. So thank you, Imal.
Thank you very much.